Hello, hello, beautiful souls, beautiful beings, beautiful phoenixes. Welcome again to another video. Today, we're going to talk about the discernment, how to actually discern and how to distinguish between a real spirit guide that actually wants to help you and wants to support you and wants to assist you with your personal development, your growth journey, and a fake entity that is trying to fool you, that is trying to pull you away and eventually wants to basically suck off your life force and your life energy. So first of all, hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Elisabetta. I'm a narcissistic abuse recovery coach, mentor, and energy healer. And my main mission and purpose here is to help you fully heal by combining the technique using body, mind, and soul, and using a combination of tools and techniques from psychology, Western approaches, and Eastern approaches like energy healing, Reiki, quantum healing, and so on. So today, we're going to talk basically about how to distinguish between all these differences, because sometimes when you had your spiritual awakening and you have your telepathy really going strong, especially with spirit guides and entities and your star family, for example, if you're a starseed, it can get like pretty confusing, and you don't know who to trust anymore, especially also because of the amount of information you can find online. And yeah, you can get like pretty lost here. Also important thing, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe by clicking on the button below so you always stay updated with the newest information, communities, all the content that I post, and videos, of course. So let's start. The first one, basically the first trait that you're going to check between your connection with this guide that you actually want to check if they are either genuine or not, is fear or calmness. And I really want you to stay until the end of the video, because the seventh trait is going to shock you, because not many people actually realize this. But let's continue with the first one. The first one is fear and calmness. And this also relates to intuition and anxiety. Now, I'm not saying anxiety comes from entities and lower vibrational beings, but usually anxiety is a consequence of these entities trying to trick your mind and trying to pull the strings, trying to manipulate you. Entities are going to try to make you feel afraid, as if your life is in danger, and this way you're going to listen to them, because if your life is in danger, you're going to listen to their advice, right? Because you don't have like anything else to listen to. However, a real spirit guide, or your higher self, for example, because your higher self can also be a spirit guide, what they're going to do is they're going to give you the advice in such a way that you're going to be feeling calm, you're going to be feeling assured and confident in yourself. But the entity is going to make you feel afraid. For example, let's put an example. Let's say you're building a business, or you're bringing back a project for your work, for the industry that you're working with. And this entity that you have in your aura is going to tell you, don't say that, it's going to end very badly and you're going to get fired, okay? So you must keep quiet, because you're not liked in the company that you work with. Or in the case that you're an entrepreneur, all right, and you have this lots of ideas. The entity attachment is going to tell you, don't bring forward these ideas, because nobody's going to like you and you're going to be a loser for all these people. Do you get the idea right now? Because you have anxiety when you're being told like, oh, don't do that, every bad thing is going to happen. Or for example, something that a friend used to experience a lot with anxiety, and it turns out there was actually an entity in his aura that we had to work with, is the entity was telling him, don't go driving because you're going to have a car accident and you're going to die at a very young age. Or just by saying you have to end your life because you're not going to live very long anyway. What kind of thoughts is that? Like, do you understand these thoughts are not healthy? These thoughts are anxiety producing. A spirit guide is going to keep you safe and calm. In the case that they feel like there might be an accident happening or like the roads are unstable, they're going to gently nudge you. They're going to gently push you, and they're going to say, hey, go instead to the right instead of to the left. And you're just going to listen because you feel like this calmness and you feel this peaceful sensation, and you know they are right. And eventually maybe you find that there was an accident but you weren't there because you followed your intuition, your guidance, the real guidance. So the second one is confusion versus clarity. The lower vibrational entity, they're going to make you feel very confused. They're going to make you feel very lost, especially when you start to ask the right questions. The problem here with many clients of mine that work with psychic abilities and spiritual mentorship is that they are not sure what to do. They have, like, suddenly they have these voices in their head. They have, like, many voices in the case that telepathy is being awakening in them. And they start to follow orders. Whatever the voice is saying, they start to follow orders. Because it's everything they know. They're like, oh my god, I'm enlightened, I'm awakened, and I suddenly have like all these spirit guides telling me things, I must listen to them. But they eventually have like this information overload, and they end up getting lost. And by lost, I mean that information is coming from literally everywhere, and they don't know what to listen. And confusion happens if they start asking the right questions, like, for example, who are you? Let's say a spirit guide, supposedly a spirit guide, is saying, hey, I'm Astar Commander from the Galactic Federation of Light. Okay? And they're telling you this. And you're like, okay, but who are you? You ask this question at least 3 times to the entity. It doesn't matter if it's a spirit guide or an entity. If you don't know, you ask this question 3 times, alright? At the 3rd time, the lower vibrational entity is going to be really pissed off. It's going to be really upset because they don't have the capacity. They don't have the patience to deal with you. They want you out. They want to manipulate you. They want you to submission. That's it. At the 3rd time, you're going to ask, and they're going to be like, hey, you need to listen to me, because if you don't listen to me, I'm a very important person. I'm a very important being in the Galactic Federation of Light, and you're not listening to me. They're going to get really cocky and arrogant. Okay, so you need to be aware of that. However, a spirit guide, you're going to feel it in the vibration, in the frequency. They're going to transmute this energy of calmness and tranquility. And you're going to see that they are telling the truth. And somehow they are also going to show some proof. This can be tricky because entities can also send you mental images. But if you're really in tune with your intuition, you're going to feel something is off. And I have a video in my channel that explains how to connect with your intuition and how to receive divine messages from your higher self and God. So I really recommend you to check this video, alright? The third one is they are going to be a lot of times dealing with hatred. These entities, lower vibrational entities, deal a lot with hatred. And they use the same vibration that you have. That is why I tell my clients all the time in the Becoming Phoenix program, when we work with energy protection, I tell my clients all the time that you need to work on the people or situations that you hate, that you abhor, that you detest, because these entities are going to latch on you, are going to leech on you and your energy. They're going to use this energy that you already have because you hate something so deeply and so strongly that they're going to use this against you. Let's say you hate some politician. They're going to use this hatred towards this politician to tell you, hey, you have to listen to me because this is going to happen, and because this politician is obviously very bad. And they also can use your hatred towards a group of ethnicity, for example, a group of people, and they basically use your hatred to manipulate you. So you have to do a lot of inner emotional work on that. However, a spirit guide, their frequency and their energy is going to be more like understanding, acceptance, and love. Even if you don't agree with a certain type of people or group of people, the spirit guide is eventually going to tell you something like, yeah, but they will find their way themselves. They will understand eventually. You don't have to come to such aggressive measures to make them understand. In the case that you don't agree and you have to, you want to be understood by other people. You see the difference here? And if you're watching this video and you're really liking the content, I really invite you to go press the like. And if you're watching the podcast episode, subscribe and follow for more. So yeah, this is the third one, okay? Then the fourth step that many people get pulled in, they get really manipulated into this, is promising a savior, some external person or some external thing or event that is coming to save you and to liberate you from all your suffering. This can be like ascension for spirituality, or it can be like the day when Jesus Christ comes to earth. In reality, it's not about Jesus coming to earth. It's about human beings embracing Christ consciousness, basically unconditional love, healing our traumas. And this is the way that we ascend. Our bodies become lighter, and eventually they're going to promise something or someone that is coming to save you. And if it's not the person, if it's not Jesus Christ, it's going to be like something like marijuana or weed or whatever. It's like drugs, or I don't know, maybe like crystals. I mean, like, crystals can be helping you, but they are not the ultimate tool that is going to save you from your suffering. It's just a technique, it's just a tool that is helping you to reach higher levels of consciousness, just like a pendulum, for example, or like tarot cards and oracle cards. They are just tools. They are not your saviors, okay? A spirit guide is going to encourage you and motivate you to save yourself, because you actually have the power to save yourself. You actually have the power to help yourself, to pull yourself up from the disaster of a life that you might be living in right now. The fifth one is, it's similar to actually hatred and love, but the fifth one is actually revenge and letting go. And what I mean by that is coming to the fact that I see so many baby witches, they call themselves baby witches, and other, maybe are more experienced energy workers, especially on TikTok and Instagram. And they are so proud of themselves that they use entities such as Kali, Lilith, and the worst case scenario, Satan even, for fulfilling their wishes of revenge. Let's say that they broke up with their ex, and their ex really hurt them, and they are really hurt, and they're going through this process of breakup. And in this attempt of self-liberation and empowerment, especially in us women, they try to find this strength in using entities such as Kali or Lilith or other Greek entities, for example. But what these people don't realize is that these entities, it's never for free. The information that they give you, the support, even the revenge situations that they provoke on these people that you hate so much, that they really brought you harm, the things that they do is that they actually do it because you bring something into them, you worship them, you are giving your energy and your power away to them. I don't believe in such things. I don't believe giving your power away is going to eventually help you in the long run. In the short run, if you want like some instant karma, you're going to tell this entity, hey, do something for me. I'm going to bring you a gift. But in the long term, it's not going to really help you, is it? Because you're giving your power away, you're giving your energy away. And this is not actually helping you to learn how powerful you are beyond measure. You can do it yourself. I am a strong advocate that if you need help, go to the highest source, which is God, source, true consciousness, universe, whatever you might call it. Only work with the highest light. Especially if you're a beginner. Don't be asking even archangels, because entities can also pose as archangels, and if you don't really know how to discern them, you're going to mess up there. Go to the highest, most powerful energy of unconditional love. God, true source, consciousness, universe. If you want some help. But you can help yourself. A spirit guide, a true spirit guide, is going to encourage you to, instead of focusing on your enemy, they're going to encourage you to do the inner work, to see what toxic patterns you have that you're tolerating these people to circle back to you. What toxic patterns that you have that you allow these people to use you. And eventually you're going to manifest better people in your circle. The point here is to do the inner work, not focusing on external people, like, oh, I want to punish them because they did so much harm to me. No. The lesson here is recognizing what aspects of your shadow are attracting these people, because everything is frequency, everything is energy. You're just attracting people that have the same frequency to you. And you might hate me for this, but even narcissistic abuse survivors, we have shadows that we need to heal to attract better people. I'm not saying that you attracted your family, for example, or your current partner, but subconsciously you have people pleaser tendencies. You have a very low self-esteem that people can prey on, and I don't know, like more traits. You don't have an identity. Narcissists really prey on people who don't have a clear definition of their identity, because they put all these implants on yourself that, oh, you are this, oh, you are useless, oh, you're worthless, oh, you have to beg for attention. All these implants, they give you all these implants because you don't have a clear sense of identity. That's why you have to work on your identity a lot. So you stop tolerating these narcissists and these abusive, toxic people in your life, okay? Then obviously the sixth point is that an entity, a lower vibrational entity, is going to pull you down. They're going to make you feel bad. They're going to be like, oh, you're not listening to me. You're a really you're a very stupid person. You're not listening to me. Why are you not listening to me? I'm a god. I know more than you. I'm more experienced. You know? You're going to get like this cocky confidence, this arrogance. Okay? And a spirit guide, I told you this before, a spirit guide is going to motivate you. A spirit guide is going to encourage you. And a spirit guide is going to let you know that they believe in you, that you can do it, okay? You can do it, actually. The seventh and most important point, and if you find these tips useful, please do a favor to yourself, save this video, share it with your friends that might need it, and subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment if it's being useful to you. And if you're listening to this podcast, rate it 5 stars, because it really helps me to create more content for you. So the seventh point is an entity doesn't respect your free will. An entity is going to try to force you to submission by doing all kinds of threats, like, oh, if you don't listen to me, your world is going to end. If you don't listen to me, your loved ones are going to suffer, something like this. If you don't listen to me, you're going to suffer, to keep suffering from this chronic illness. If you don't listen to me, I'm your only savior that can help you to heal this chronic illness that you have. Hint here, chronic illness is actually the consequence of your unhealed wounds and emotional toxic patterns. You don't need an entity to help you with that, okay? A spirit guide is going to respect your free will. They might give you advice if you ask for it. Also your higher self. They might give you advice, but if you decide to not listen to it and just go to another path for character plot, as they say right now, nowadays, they're going to accept your decision. You can learn the soft way by listening to your intuition, or you can learn the hard way by bumping into the wall and saying, hey, I should have listened. They are going to respect you because they know that you will eventually learn. An entity only threatens you. And this can actually happen with toxic people as well. I had like lots of experiences. I had like an ex-friend that I didn't realize it before, but she used to tell me, like, if you don't listen to me, I'm your only way that you can help your partner to heal. I didn't realize that before, but eventually I was like, this doesn't make any sense, right? So, yeah. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Like, tell me in the comments, and I read them all. Tell me in the comments, what did you think? If it resonates with you, and if you had this experience where you had to like distinguish between an evil fake entity that only wants to manipulate you and a real spirit guide that is just here to help you and to support you in your journey. And if you want more advice, I really recommend you to join my private group, Becoming Phoenix, on Facebook. And if you're actually really ready to learn not only the energetic aspects to protect yourself from these entities that want to manipulate you and to eventually release them, get rid of them from your aura and your energy, and you actually want to work with psychological tools that work from therapy and other emotional tools and techniques that really hope to help you, to assist you to get rid of this trauma bond and attachment to the narcissist. Check the link down below. I have the program Becoming Phoenix. It's the 3-month commitment with a group of other survivors like you who are really passionate about healing fully and who are really tired of just wasting their lives like going on, why am I doing this? This program is helping you as it helped already lots of people, and you're going to like it. You're going to fall in love with it, I swear. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get more content, and subscribe and follow my podcast if you're with my podcast, Heal, Develop, and Expand with Elisabetta. And comment down below, what did you think? See you in the next video. Bye!